Do you mind sharing just like a moment during your business when you were like, okay, I'm doing the right thing? Like, just like a happy experience.
There are too many.
For me, it's when I travel and go to a conference and I speak, and I have people come up to me, and when they say to me, they're like, I've been waiting for you. Like, I can't, I've talked to like more lawyers that have just confused me and don't understand my business. The very first time it happened to me, a woman literally started to cry, and she's like, I just paid someone a few $1,000s to teach him my business, and he didn't even understand it after, and what he gave me was wrong. And so that's what sort of drives me, is that feeling that there are people out there that like I actually really help, because lawyering can be so adversarial, and I don't practice that way, but for a lot of lawyers it's very adversarial, it's draining, it's extremely emotional, and for me to be able to be focused really on growing someone's business and feeling like I'm an actual partner with them because I can help them make money versus lose money, that's where I feel the most positive. So when I go to these events and someone's like, I've just been too scared to even call a lawyer, but you don't feel scary, that's when I feel really good. I'm like, you're wrong, I am scared. No,
no, it's sorry. A happy customer, yeah, someone who gets what we are doing. It never gets old. Like a compliment, someone enjoying what they are eating or drinking and sharing it on social media, because that's the way to do it now. That's fantastic. That means the world. The second part of that, so that's people related. So we were talking about people being the toughest before, but this is also the nicest, the most rewarding. To also see some people from the team growing. So I had a dishwasher who became a baker and is doing great. He's becoming senior and he's teaching other people. And I have so many examples like this. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And now I realize that. So that's the other part of the reward. And lots of happiness.
I ditto that. Although I affect less people than you, but just to see all the employees at the factory that I employ, just my team at the office, and the fact that I can do what I love and live off of it was huge. Yeah, I mean that's why I did it. So it's nice, and then it's also nice to hear from the ladies that are like, "I love your leggings."
For me, there's a couple of different components. Immediately is the children, like when I see they're happy or they're enjoying the food. When I used to be more in the classrooms a lot more, I loved when I walked in, they're like, Miss Christina. That was the best feeling. But I'm losing that now because I have to manage people, like grown adults, and deal with the financing and the performance and all that stuff. And then the other component is the parents. We have parents that come back to us after their children have graduated. They're like, wow, we didn't realize what a great program it was until we left. And it's a great program, we love it, thank you so much. So that's really great. And then the last component is really employees, because we're a very labor-intensive field. We have a little over 300 children across 4 centers. We have almost 100 employees. So, obviously some are part-time, so they're not all full-time. But that's like a ratio of like 1 to 4, 1 to 5 maybe, depending on how you break down the part-timers. So seeing them rise has been really great. Speaking of management retreat, I took all my management team out for a management retreat on MLK Day, because school was closed. And we did a lot of brainstorming. We brought some teachers that we think have management potential. So it's really nice to bring them on board and see them grow. And of all our directors at the 4 centers, all of them except for one have grown organically from the classroom into the director's office. And that itself has its challenges, because I'm starting to realize not every teacher's meant to be a manager, because they're great in the classroom managing little people, but then when you are, you know, speaking to grown adults is not this, it doesn't translate directly, or, you know, so, because there's also a lot of business operations that goes into being a director for preschool, because you have to collect tuition, you have to have uncomfortable conversations, you know, little kids talk back to you, but it's very different than an adult talking back to you. So that's kind of a challenge, like growing people, but also that's the beauty of it, because you get to see people grow. And I've seen directors move from their parents' home out to their own apartment, and with their boyfriends, and get a dog, and become, you know, I see them grow. They grow from young 20-some girls now to women with their own lives, their own apartment, their own, you know, it's great. It's very rewarding. It's challenging. It's just like having children. They're my kids, all my kids.